Hi, I'm Stylist Lee. Some of you may know me as your friend, your family member, your homegirl who does hair. But for the most of you, you know me as your celebrity hairstylist who keeps it real. And with over 11 years of experience, your girl has found herself in a pickle or two, where I had to keep it real. And oftentimes I ask myself, am I wrong? Welcome back, you guys, for another Am I Wrong episode. And what Am I Wrong means is I share with you my salon experiences and give you situations that I have been put in and basically got my customer service tested. And within that series, you'll be able to hear my story, hear my side, and weigh in on if I was wrong or was I right. So today, I'm going to be telling you guys about a situation. I got a call from a doctor. And before we get into this and you guys start to get into your feelings, because I know you read the title and you want to know what the heck is going on. So, I went to college. Some of you also probably went to college. And we all work hard for our degree, whether that be a certification, whether that be an associate's, whether that be a bachelor's degree, whether that be a MBA, your doctorates, PhD, so forth and so forth. Even if you don't have a degree, that doesn't necessarily mean you have not worked hard within your profession. Whether you started from the bottom at McDonald's as a grill person and now you are a franchise owner. You still started from the bottom and now you are here. So the question that we have, and I have a lot of professional clients in my clientele. And I have at least 3 doctor clients that I actually spoke with that I have, and I wanted to get their opinion. They are all not the same doctors. So we have a gynecologist, we have a surgeon, and we also have a physician, okay? All of them are different, but they all share the same doctor title, okay? So I asked each and every one of them the same question before I decided to do this series with you all is, when is it the right time to call a doctor, and when is it just not necessary? So I received a phone call and it was a voicemail, and basically the individual, she stated, hello, how you doing? This is Dr. such and such and such, and I'm interested in booking an appointment. Simple, right? Sounds cool. And give me a call back so I can do so. One thing I don't like with anybody, this is off the record of the doctor thing. One thing I don't like when calling a establishment, the voicemail or the operator specifically tells you, please leave your name, your number, the reason for this call, and the time and availability of what you're needing, okay? Telling someone your name and telling them to call you back, that is not the proper message that you are supposed to leave. A lot of times, and I know a lot of professionals and a lot of businesses will not call you because time is money and money is time. So I'm not gonna call you for you to keep me on the phone longer when I can go in with an idea on what's the purpose of this call, what service does this person need, and how to handle that call. So when you lack that in your message, a lot of times you may not get a return call. But that's besides the point. I just wanted to add that in there. So what I asked my clients was, hey, because none of my clients that are doctors, one, when they started coming to me, I didn't find out they were doctors until probably like the 3rd or 4th visit. And that was just through discussion because, you know, they're talking about work or whatever the case is. And they're like, oh, you might not know, but I'm a doctor, or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know, but I kind of put two and two together based off of your situations that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. And I'm like, well, that ain't average. So you must work in a hospital setting of some sort. So all in all, so I don't call them doctors, and they never asked me to call them doctors. And they never addressed to me in a doctor manner where they felt like they needed to dominate the situation and kind of showboat and like, hey, I'm Dr. such and such, call me that. So it never was like necessary. So I got this call, and very stern but very professional, and she just basically, nothing, to be honest with you, nothing was really wrong with the message, but it rubbed me wrong in a sense. I know it's weird, but it did rub me wrong because I just didn't like the way that she addressed herself. Because I was just like, okay, in school, back in school, you know, when you took a test, they asked you, when is the right time to use Mrs. and when's the right time to use Miss? When you're in this setting, when do you use doctor, or when do you use such and such and such, and so forth? And you had to read, engage, when was the right time to use a certain prefix. And at this time, when I'm hearing the voicemail and it's getting sent to me from my assistant, I'm like, this is a hair salon. There's no need for you to showboat your prefix at the shop. This is something for your personal use. This is something pleasurable. This is the time for you to let your hair down and just be free. Not to be in, I don't know, detector gadget mode. Like, yeah, it's not that type of party. Like, it's not even necessary. But another thing that, in my defense, I've been doing this for over 11 years. So in this business, I have a professional clientele, and I've always attracted professional clientele. And within this business, you have to gauge who you want in your chair, who's a good fit for you, and you basically have to read people to know if this is going to be a good fit before they actually become your client. Because you don't want to go to work in a hostile environment. You don't want to go to work with anxiety or just an uneasy state, because you're not going to perform well. You're not going to be able to execute. You're not going to be able to do a great problem solving when it comes to certain situations, because things come up when you're in the shop, unexpected situations, and you may need to resolve issues in a quickly and efficient manner. So I feel like when you're doing that, you need to have a clear mind, and you don't need any other obstacles to distract you from that. So when I got this call stating that this is Dr. such and such, I'm gonna give you my immediate reaction. At first it was, I said, well, I did go to the doctor like 3 months ago, but what the heck is they calling me for? I was like, they don't need to be calling me, let alone, you know, at work or whatever. So, and then I listened to the message again and said, oh, I'm trying to book an appointment. I was like, oh, okay. Why did you feel the need to say that in the beginning of the call? I was like, you could have just said this is such and such, and I'm interested in receiving service from this establishment, blah, blah, blah. So at this time, I'm using my experience, and I'm gauging by voicemail this call, and I'm just like, I said, do I want to call this person back based off of previous experience I've had with people who had egos? Because usually people who feel the need to tell you their title, like, hey, I'm an actor, I want to book an appointment, or hey, this is detective such and such, I want to book an appointment, or yeah, I worked with Obama in his first whatever, and I want to book an appointment. These are things that I do not need to know. Once again, this is a hair salon. Why do you feel the need to tell me what you do? I don't need to know what you do until you get here. I'm going to ask you that when we are deciding on what service and hairstyle that we're going to do. I'm going to ask you, hey, so what is it that you do? What's going to be good for your profession, or what hairstyle, or how do you like to wear your hair, so forth and so forth. We will get to that, but you do not have to tell me before I actually talk to you. So I say that to say, so I never called back. That was it. Ooh, that's strong. I never called her back. I thought about it. I thought about it for like an hour or two. And I said, I ain't calling her back. I said, because I already see what's gonna happen. I said, she gonna come in here trying to dominate my space. She probably gonna come in here flaunting that doctor stuff. We're not gonna be able to get no work done. I just, I just didn't want to deal with it. And when dealing with people like that, a lot of times they look at you as the help and they talk low on people. And I refuse to be disrespected or talked down to. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying this is something that I wanted to avoid. I don't even want to find out what was to come, because I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to see it. So when making my decision, I asked some of my clients that are doctors, and I said, hey, and another reason why I didn't call back is because what the F was I supposed to say? Am I supposed to call back and be like, hey, may I please speak to Miss Dr. such and such? Or should I have said, may I please speak to Miss such and such? I don't like being put in conflicting situations, so I just avoided it altogether. I said, you know what? I ain't even gonna do it. How about we just don't do nothing? I don't wanna know what's the right way, what's the wrong way. We ain't gonna play them games. I'm just not gonna do it. So I asked my doctor clients, and I said, have you ever called a business, a restaurant, or any place, and you felt the need to put your prefix in the beginning of your name? And she was like, no. She was like, this is not the setting. We're not in the hospital. We're not in the doctor's office. I don't feel the need to showcase that title. And I said, I understand you worked hard for it, but do you use it all the time? And she said, no. I asked another client, my surgeon. She said, no. And she said, to be honest with you, she said, I feel those people who feel the need to say it all the time are insecure and they feel like they have something to prove. And I said to myself, I kind of agree. And are you ego tripping? I don't know. I guess only that individual will know. But at the end of the day, was that mad disrespectful? Was I wrong for that? Should I have called that individual back and opened my salon doors to her and seen what service she wanted? Or did I do my thing? I don't know. Was I being too judgmental? I guess that's up to you to decide. You guys leave your comments below. Be sure to share this video and get the discussion talking at the bottom. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Weigh in. Customers, let me know if you're in that profession and you feel that this video rubbed you the wrong way and you like, I disagree. Tell me why you disagree. Tell me why you disagree and how I could have handled that situation differently. And for my beauty professionals, have you been in this situation before? Has someone rubbed you the wrong way with a particular prefix? And how did you handle it? Do you just call them by that prefix every time you see them? Or do you just disregard it and just say, hey, Miss whoever they are? At the end of the day, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Was I wrong? I don't know. I guess that's you guys' decision to decide. That's the end of this episode. As I told you before, I'm going to be posting every week on Saturdays Am I Wrong series, where I share with you a salon experience and tell you how I resolved the issue or how I handled that situation. And you have the opportunity to tell me if I was wrong by leaving the comments below. Until then, see you guys next time. Next time on Am I Wrong? My client made a boo-boo. Time to clean up. Be sure you guys come back on September 8, 2018 at 8 a.m. for the next episode.